strip away some of the more ethereal elements of music, inspiration, emotion, and if you just talk about the physical act of playing an instrument, what you're talking about involves something called muscle memory. When your body repeats a physical action over and over again, connections are made between the brain and muscles. This process is called motor learning. If your body repeats a physical action enough, you develop a degree of muscle memory. Muscle memory is when your body can execute a physical action or a combination of actions without any real conscious thought from you. Take, for example, someone driving a car. The person driving a car is steering with their hands, and they're working the gas pedal and the brake pedal with the right foot, and if it's a manual transmission, they're working the gear shifter with the right hand while they're doing the clutch with the left foot. And while all this is happening, it's hot outside, and they get thirsty, take a little drink-a-rooney, and maybe they're grabbing lunch on the go, so they're eating a burrito, and the entire time they're not giving one single conscious thought about any of these things that they're doing because they're concentrating on their cell phone conversation or filming an instructional video. The reason they can do all these things without really thinking about it is because of muscle memory. They've been doing these actions over and over again, sometimes for years. With eating and drinking, you've been maneuvering food and beverage to your face since before you can remember. As for driving a car, the average American spends about 600 hours per year driving their car. If you break that down, that's well over 90 minutes a day. If the average musician spent at least 90 minutes a day on their instrument, their playing would be as effortless as me moving a 2,000-pound vehicle down the road, or as seemingly natural as eating or drinking. That's when they can make more of an inspired statement or emotional statement with their music. Now, us musicians have a very specific term for the time put in doing the repetition of a specific action on our instrument, and we call it practice. Well, I have a friend, he's a guitar teacher and very successful. And he refuses to use the word practice with his students because, as he puts it, practice implies work. And work isn't fun. And no one wants to spend time doing something that isn't fun. So he tells his students to play their guitar because playing is fun. And when they spend enough time playing their guitar, that's when they get to go practice their video games. Now, while I appreciate the psychological wordplay to try to get his students to spend more time on their instrument, a fact is a fact. You could call it practicing, you could call it playing. You could call it super duper, magical, cotton candy, zippity doo dah, My Little Pony, unicorn time. And regardless of the desired physical action, whether it's video games, guitar, tying your shoes, knitting a sweater, playing drums, or driving a car, you have to put in the time, do the repetition to build up the muscle memory to improve your ability to execute the desired action. I don't have a problem with the word practice because even if practice does imply work, there's a satisfaction that people get from achieving something through hard work, whether it's a paycheck or a bonus at the job or the ability to play Tom Sawyer. So if you put in the time, you do the repetition, build up your muscle memory, improve your skills, you'll be on your way to achieving and reaching your musical destination. And that is something that your drum teacher should have told you. Where are we?